What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and we're talking more Hollywood and everything like that because this has not been a great month or year for Hollywood in general. Early Hollywood box office unwraps lump of coal. That's right. This past November was a very dire moment for Hollywood in general. You had flop after flop after flop. Movies that maybe broke even, all things considered, in regards to like Hunger Games and everything like that. But Disney just suffered flops all the way around. You had Napoleon not do really well. You had this come out. Hollywood box office sales slumped in November because all the movies really weren't that great. What movies actually came out throughout November? You had The Marvels. You had Wish. You had the Hunger Games. You had all sorts of just garbage come out at one after another after another. Actually, was the Marvels in November? Or was that October? I don't remember anymore. Everything's just lumping together, but it wasn't good all the way around. But you come over here, take a look at what won this past week at the box office, because this is telling you that the West Hollywood box office isn't doing well, but Japan is crushing it. That's right, everybody, because guess what took #1 this week at the box office? The box office was not only beat out last week with Godzilla -1 taking top spot. This week, it was Boy and the Heron taking top spot at the box office. Hey, Hunger Games and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is still at second spot. Good for you. I believe it's supposed to be looking like it might break even, but everything else considered, you have Godzilla -1 in #3 and Boy and the Heron at #1. This has not been seen before in a long time. And not only is The Boy and the Heron a Japanese movie, it's also an anime movie. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. It was the creator came back after a long time of retirement just to make this, to I believe to help end out his career. But you come over here again with Godzilla -1. You have this. Godzilla -1 broke box office records. That's how popular this movie was, and that's how successful this movie is. Okay, this movie's breaking massive records, all things considered. You come over here, Godzilla -1 is now the all-time highest grossing live-action Japanese film in U.S. history. That's right, this movie is breaking records. It's making money. It broke records last week, being this #1 at the box office, first time in a long time. A Japanese movie that's subbed, not dubbed, by the way, only has subtitles, nothing else is there. You then come over here to this. Like, we all were believing that this movie was made for like $15 million. We actually don't know how much this movie was made for, but you have this exact quote from the director yesterday at Tokyo Comic-Con, #Godzilla -1, director Takashi Yamazaki, I'm probably butchering that, disputed reports from overseas that the movie had a $15 million budget. He declared, "I wish it were that much." I don't know how much the budget is, but he's the director. As of right now, he's saying the budget was even lower. You normally try to say that, no, we had a decent budget, you know, it was okay, it was big, it was ever. Him saying, "I wish it was that much," tells me it was even smaller. That means all the money they're making right now is pure profit. And on top of that, it looked beautiful. We're going to have to stick with the $15 million mark until we actually get more accurate numbers from maybe his word of mouth. Maybe we'll change it up and figure it out. But the simple fact is, this movie was beautifully shot. This movie looked amazing, incredible. You had people that actually cared that worked on this movie compared to everything that we're getting from Hollywood right now. The Marvels, Wish, all that. None of that looks good when you compare it to the Godzilla. Godzilla looked visually stunning. You come over here to its actual box office right now. Godzilla -1's entire box office is profit at this point. If we're sticking with that $15 million mark, all of this is profit. Everything it's making now is profit. It is broken even. It's grossing about sitting somewhere in the grand scheme of things of maybe $10 million profit right now. If I'm being generous, almost $20 million pure profit. That's working off that $15 million market, a whole production budget. Okay, If the production budget is even smaller, you have an even larger take as of right now. But not only is Godzilla still destroying the box office, I mentioned it earlier with The Boy and the Heron. You know, this movie, this Miyazaki movie and all that. The Boy and the Heron is also breaking box office numbers. Hayao Miyazaki, The Boy and the Heron opens to record-breaking $12.8 million. That's a record-breaking for an anime movie from Hayao Miyazaki. What the heck am I saying right now? This is another record. This is another Japanese record-breaking moment in everything. It is beautiful. But you scroll down here, you start reading this. The Boy and the Heron marks Miyazaki's unexpected return to screens after being absent for more than a decade. The filmmaker behind classics like Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke announced he was writing in 2013 when his previous film, The Wind Rises, was released. The Boy and the Heron has slowly been rolling out internationally, earning $84 million with $56 million of that coming from Miyazaki's native Japan. We actually don't have like a production budget for this movie, so I don't know how much money it's actually breaking yet, if it's broken even or whatever. But you come over here and just look at the box office right now. That's $86 million worldwide. That is fantastic. That is yet another record broken solely by Japan. Japan's been crushing it this year, actually, when you can take into account Super Mario Bros. That's a Nintendo property. I know it was made here in the States, but that is a Japanese property. You had a lot of influence from Japanese individuals actually working on this, and it's starting to take a little bit of a look like Hollywood's going the way of the comic book industry, in which you look at the comic book industry right now. American comic books aren't doing well, but guess what does do fantastic in the comic book industry? Manga, Japanese comics, everything like that. That's doing fantastic. Now we're looking at basically American storytelling is getting crushed by Japanese storytelling. The American box office is being crushed by Japanese stories and everything like that. It just goes to show you that people that actually put love, care, and respect into these projects, whether it's Miyazaki, whether it's the guy that did Godzilla -1, I know I just said his name, I'm gonna have to pull it back up. Takashi over here, Miyazaki or Takashi, these people actually care about their work. They actually care about what they're putting out, and they want to do a good job. And it shows. It shows in how well they actually create their stories, how visually stunning it is, how visually appealing it is. And on the counter note, all we get here in the States usually is propaganda. All you get is narratives, the message, everything left, right, and center. Horrific looking CGI, horrific looking stands, studios, whatever you want to say. And you have things that are for $200 million. Out of all the movies this year that cost $200 million, only one of them broke even, and that was Guardians of the Galaxy. But that movie was filmed back during phase 3. That wasn't even filmed right now. So, and that was dealt with a creator that actually still loved his project. Everything else that has been $200 million, mainly from Disney, has flopped because nobody cared. Nobody actually put the love into it. And it shows. It just shows when you watch these movies, watch the storylines, watch the visuals. It's night and day. And I love this. I love Japan winning. I love Japan crushing the American Hollywood system. And I love watching the narrative break and the people on Twitter freak the hell out. It is beautiful to see. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And please check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. What's going on, guys? Listen, it's Christmas season coming up, and you know what makes great gifts? That's right, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee makes wonderful gifts. And guess what? They don't just have great coffees, teas, and cocos. They also got gear. They got K-Cups. And also, they got wonderful gift boxes. Gift boxes that include all sorts of wonderful, great goodies. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, raspberry yogurt pretzel twists, sea salt milk chocolates, caramel. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, peppermint hot cocoa, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn pop, premium vacuum travel tumblers, and all sorts of wonderful great stuff that you can get at Coffee Brand Coffee. And these make great Christmas gifts. So guys, please check out coffeebrandcoffee.com and use promo code TACO at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code BACKTACO.